Yes.
Oh, never mind.
Never mind.
All
okay.
right.
You want to cook or you want to talk?
Oh, he's mad now. Look at his face. The day Letterman met his match. First off, just a little disclaimer. This interview happened a long time ago, 1988. The world was a much different place back then. I have a lot of respect for Letterman now, and he turned out to be one of the greatest talk show hosts ever. But in this particular time and episode, I'll be giving Letterman harsh criticism, so keep that in mind. It was 1988. The Letterman show had already been on air for 8 years and was the top late night show of its time. Making it onto this program means you made it to the big leagues, and you've done something right in your career to even get an invite. Letterman was always known for his sharp and harsh style of comedy and interviewing style. People may even thought of him as being a bit of an a-hole and prick at times. Well, he was. That's just who he was. And when a relatively small-time Chinese-Canadian TV cooking show host by the name of Stephen Yan made it onto Letterman, it was a monumentous moment for him and for Canadian TV, let alone Asians. But Letterman was extremely condescending and rude, almost downright disrespectful and insulting, but in a very colorful, covert, backhanded way of doing it. However, what he didn't know was how witty Stephen Yan himself was. He's known on his show for making all kinds of corny jokes and puns, using a new pun with the word walk on his apron each episode. Here are some examples. Now I'm going to go through his guest appearance on Letterman and break it down. So if you just wanted to see the entire clip in its entirety, then check the link in the description below or in the comments section to see the original video first in its entirety with no interruptions. Then maybe you'll want to come back and hear my breakdown of it. Letterman is a witty guy. He usually outwits his guests, so he's not comfortable having a guest, especially a lesser known one, and I'm sure an Asian one didn't help either, made it all the more sour for him to take when he got beaten at his own game.
Our next guest was born in Hong Kong and has been cooking since the age of 10. He is the author of several books and the star of Walk with Yan. Did I say that right? Walk with Yan.
In the introduction, I consider this the first jab thrown in their duel. He has to ask twice if he got it right, as if pronouncing Walk with Yan is somehow difficult or strange. But he asks in a way that expresses on his face like, what a weird title, what a funny title, almost trying to make fun of it.
Welcome, Stephen Yan. Hi, how are you?
Hey, how are you?
Nice to see you.
Hey.
Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you. Boy, it's a long walk.
It is a long walk.
Then Yan makes the first joke saying it was a long walk to be here, and Letterman actually had no idea. He was just fooled because he thought he said walk like we all did too, but Yan was actually making a joke. 1 point Yan, 0 Letterman. But then he got it when Yan said the second joke, the very next sentence, when he said it's a long walk for this Chinaman to be with Letterman.
It's a long walk for this Chinaman to be with Letterman. What do you say about that?
Now listen to Dave's fake laugh.
What do you say about that?
It's the kind of laugh that says, oh, you got me on that one. He's already getting annoyed, knowing that Yan has already outwitted him twice in just 2 sentences.
Okay. Now, yeah, give us a brief history of the wok. It's an ancient cooking tool, isn't it?
Right? I'm glad you walked right into this.
All right, I'll give you one more of those, and then you're out of here.
And Steven pulls out joke number 3. The audience is laughing. The spotlight's on Yan. Now Dave is really pissed, and he says one more time, and you're out. He literally threatens his guest of being booted off the show for making a simple pun. What he's really saying is that he doesn't like to be outwitted on primetime TV, on his own show, by a guy who's not known, and that the audience is laughing for Steven and not for Dave.
Me?
Yeah, that's it. One more. Okay.
Oh, I got this.
But Steven quickly replies that he's got this. He's holding a cleaver. Damn, that is quick thinking.
Now tell us about the wok, the history of it, and why it's so effective as a cooking tool.
Now, if you've already seen the entire segment, you'll come to realize this question made no sense to ask because they had so little time to start with that they even had to rush it at the very end because there was no time to finish. So looking back, asking him this question at the very beginning seems really poor. Steven was caught by surprise himself because I don't think he was expecting to talk about the history of the wok.
Well, because the wok is in good shape and you can use very little oil and you can cook it fast. So we walk up a storm. All right?
But that's really not much history there.
Well, how much time do you have?
Well, I don't know, but just like what year? Who first used the wok?
Oh, this is started from the Emperor of Tong, which is many, many moons ago.
Yan goes on to what I believe is just made-up humor. He says it was started by the Emperor of Tong. Now, I'm no Chinese history buff, but I couldn't find any historical truth to woks and Emperor Tong, so I'm calling BS on that one. Yan 5, Letterman 1.
Emperor of Tong.
Dave's not buying it either. Look at his face.
All right.
Okay.
Now tell us about tongs. I see you have a pair over there.
He comes back with a joke of his own saying he notices a pair of tongs over there. That was a pretty funny but borderline racist today. Yan 5 Letterman 2.
Yeah. Oh, never mind.
Never mind.
All
Okay.
right.
You want to cook or you want to talk?
Now Yan comes back putting Dave in his place, asking him if he wants to cook or talk, and the audience laughs and they applaud. And now you can see he's really getting owned here.
Okay, now, David, you and I make a good team.
Cooks rapidly, doesn't it? Yeah.
Rapidly.
Rapidly.
Easter is coming, rapidly. You got it.
Here now you can see it on his face. The frustration is starting to boil, and this little Chinaman is owning him on his own show in front of his own audience.
I do the walking and you do the talking, so together we become walkie-talkie.
Keep this in mind now because this sets the rest of the tone for the segment, as Dave is officially now sour and going to sabotage Yan's appearance on the show. This is the part where some people think he was being a douchebag and a jerk.
You want to cut? There you are.
Now David, just stop that, all right? Hey, I just cut it up like that,
The
rapidly.
show must go on. Look at this. Oh boy, what a mess.
How big do you... Well, you didn't tell me how big you wanted them.
Oh, you have 1 inch.
Okay.
1 inch.
Okay, that's it. All right, load it in there. Come on.
Lower him. What do I lower him? You have to heat up the wok first.
Heat up the wok.
See, now then you have to cut some chicken.
He tells Yan to load them in there. Come on. This is Dave's way of trying to get back control and be the boss of the show by ordering Yan around. But Yan corrects him by saying, what do you mean load them in? You have to heat the wok first, which is actually true. Dave is corrected like a novice student from the master teacher. He licks his lips out of sheer annoyance and irritability.
Here's the chicken.
What are we making here tonight?
We are making chicken McNugget.
Dave proceeds to chop them very angrily, very dangerously too.
All yours. You can cut it up into small pieces.
Just hack it up like that?
Oh, boy.
Whenever Letterman's trying to retaliate or do something back, I'm giving him a point.
Those are Big Mac.
I'm not...
How big it is. Good thing I make some of this, otherwise you'll never make it.
I'm not even done. I haven't even...
Yan says those are Big Macs, and the audience laughs, but Letterman gets really frustrated, saying he's not even done, like a child.
You're not
I'll
done?
get the- no, I'll
Okay,
get
go
there.
ahead.
Hey,
Keep walking. My goodness. Good thing you're not building the Great Wall of China. Otherwise, you'll never make it. Okay, you get
Boy,
all
that's
of it.
true.
That's true. Yeah.
He throws in a keep walking, ordering Dave like his own personal worker. He also adds, good thing we are not building the Great Wall of China. Dave replies with a, boy, that's true, but I don't understand it. The audience didn't seem to get it either. There was no reaction, but it was a comeback, so I'll give one to Dave.
Okay, are these
Okay.
big enough?
Yeah, that's
About
big
the right
enough. Yeah,
size?
that's pretty good now.
All
Wet
right.
your hand.
Yeah.
There you are. And then I got a garlic here for you.
Yan offers a cloth to Dave to clean his hands, but he outrightly ignores it. Wow, that was a subtle yet strong disrespect.
To do. Here's the garlic.
Garlic, okay.
Now, how do you peel the garlic? I better get this out of
Do I have
the
to
way.
peel it first?
Yeah,
All right.
that's the way to do it. Okay, now you just keep on going.
Chop that up.
Chop that up. You're a pretty good walker, aren't you? All right, now heat up the wok.
Yan calls Dave a good worker, establishing that he's like the boss and Letterman is his worker. So he just keeps hammering away at Letterman's weakness. He just can't handle all these pun jokes.
Good. See, the folks love to see this because you know,
Oh, yeah, they do.
And now the interesting part here. Yan sort of breaks out of their duel, and he commentates that the audience loves to see this kind of stuff, which is true.
yeah. That's
Okay,
right.
there you go.
Okay,
There
all
you
right,
go,
here we
Stephen.
go. Now, 2 tablespoons of oil into the wok.
Into the wok.
2 tablespoons
of
of
oil.
exactly, huh?
Give us one.
That's right. And then 2. Very good. Hey!
Dave proceeds to put 2 giant pours of oil in there, getting his revenge. An audience reacts, huge laughter and an applause.
Okay. Now, then you get all those ginger and garlic and put it in.
All right.
That's right. And then your chicken.
You couldn't have done
Right
that.
into the wok.
All right.
Walk right in.
Yan chops up ginger and garlic, and then he hands it over to Dave when the wok is just literally right there.
And then your chicken.
Chicken.
All
Put in the
yours.
chicken. Right.
That's right.
Just drop it right in.
Drop it right in. That's right.
Okay. Now what?
Stir
So stir. Well, what with what? What? Give me.
with the chopstick.
Thank you very much. All right.
That's not the way to hold your chopstick. You better get a spatula then. Okay.
That's
No.
not a way to hold a spatula.
Yan gives a nice laugh because he respects that that was a good comeback, and Dave gives a genuine smile on his face, knowing he got a good one in.
Well, how do you hold it then? You go ahead.
No, we're all right.
All
We're
right.
just kidding.
Now then we put all those vegetables in.
Oh, jeez!
Then Dave goes on to pretend he burnt his hand to get more audience reaction, and Yan just chuckles it off knowing it was a dumb comedic move, but point for Dave.
Put that more in. That was not on.
I know it wasn't on.
Hey, don't try to mix it up.
The last one in the room to find out, too.
That's right.
Yan says, that was not hot, and Dave says, I know, but you were the last one in the room to find out. And Yan actually says, that's right.
And 50 grains of salt.
50 grains of salt?
50 grains. That's right. Good. And tiny cooking wine.
Gets another huge audience reaction and applause.
I am not going to eat this.
No,
you are.
I know.
Some cooking wine.
Cooking wine. Chinese
That's
cooking
right,
wine.
Chinese cooking wine.
Rice wine, huh?
Yeah.
How much?
Oh, just few drops.
Okay.
Good grief.
So at this point, Yan is pretty fed up too, now realizing his dish is completely ruined, and Dave has succeeded in getting back at him, but in a somewhat disrespectful way. You see, Yan got at Dave using comedy with his puns, so Dave is getting back at Yan with his cooking. It's really symbolic. To Dave, Yan ruins good comedy by using so many puns, which he is annoyed by. So Dave ruins Yan's cooking with his poor workmanship. And both of them got great audience reactions whenever they came in and kind of ruined the other guy's gig. So Yan kind of stomping all over Dave's comedic territory and getting all the audience reactions for him. And now Dave acting kind of childish, ruining the dish intentionally, getting all the audience reactions and applause for him.
And then you cover it up. Boy, you better cover it
Oh,
up.
it smells great. It smells great,
Oh,
though.
yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, there you
now
are.
we let it simmer.
Let
Is
it
that the deal?
simmer for a few seconds.
How are we doing? We got 30 seconds here.
30 seconds.
Will it be done in 30 seconds?
Oh, it'll be done. You know, you are going to be eating it, not me. Okay, now we just cook this until a lot of holy smoke comes up.
There it is. Smoke
The
it a little
holy
bit.
smoke is right
Smoke
there.
it a little bit, yeah.
Okay, then put it right there. And then you add some sauce.
What kind of sauce is that?
This is soy sauce with a starch and a sesame seed oil.
All right, and we're ready to serve, right?
Yeah, we are ready. So there you are. Got
Load
the
it up in there.
plate right here.
Okay.
And ready.
Do you
Okay.
actually have your own restaurant or just the TV show?
No, I have TV show and also the restaurant.
Okay, load it up. Here we
Load
go.
it up.
Where is
Here
your
we go.
restaurant?
Restaurant is in Vancouver.
Oh, Vancouver.
Okay, you want the address?
Yeah, we're dying for the address.
Yeah,
Hurry up.
sure.
So the whole segment's really rushed at the end. They're not even done making the dish. And Dave makes the order again to load it up, kind of rushing him. He even asks him if he has a restaurant or just a TV show. And when Yan starts to reply, Dave is like, okay, load it up, hurry up. The roles have been flipped where it's now Dave ordering Steven around the last few minutes now. And he's telling him to rush it, but he's still asking him questions like, well, where's the restaurant? It's like asking someone a question, and when they start talking, you tell them to shut up. Yan asks, do you want the address? And Dave replies sarcastically, yeah, we are dying for the address. Which I thought that part was pretty low, and that was a pretty sleazeball thing to say. Pretty disrespectful. And again, he orders Yan to hurry up.
Hurry up.
Why, walks the hurry.
Okay.
You know right here. Now you just get all those things right there. Oh boy. Now this is.
Okay, let me try that, chef.
Well, you better. Now also, because you have invested something to New Zealand.
Hurry up,
I'm
we gotta
making
go. We got a kiwis, that's right.
Kiwi. That's right. Now here's your thing.
All right,
So you can see that Steven put a lot of time and effort to make his beautiful plate. The plating is very beautiful and artistic, aesthetic, but he doesn't have time to show it. Dave is just rushing him, hurry up. Kind of like dismissing it like it's not a big deal. The whole point of him coming on the show was to showcase his cooking and his dishes, but that was kind of disrespected and it was cheapened. And it just became more about the jokes and kind of the duel between the two of them. And the cooking became secondary.
So I'll get a hunk of this chicken in here. There we go. Try the chicken in one of these deals.
Good.
Let's try that.
That's asparagus.
No, on the chicken.
Egg yolk.
Oh, it's excellent. Very good.
Very good?
A little too much salt, but very, very good. Very good.
And the wok.
Dave goes on to try a piece of chicken, and fittingly he adds the little humor in the end, saying that it's very good but a little too salty. Gets a huge audience reaction, laughter, and applause.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for being here.
Yeah.
So whatever the score, if you're keeping track, they're both comedians in their own way. But from a cooking standpoint, from a chef standpoint, I thought the segment was somewhat disrespectful and rude. Steven Yan's cooking, his dishes were not really appreciated. It wasn't the highlight of it. They just kind of rushed through it all, did it very messy, and just rushed at the end. I think overall still it was good humor. Very interesting to see the two personalities clash. But while one being the host and the other being a guest, I did think that Dave was a little bit rude and disrespectful respectful, and he was outwitted for the most part, and I didn't think that he liked that, so he had to find a way to kind of get back at it and sabotage the rest of the segment. Because for Dave, this is what he does, it's no problem, he'll be back tomorrow and the day after and for many more years. But for Stephen Yan, this was the one time that he made it on the big stage on late night, and he had just this quick little 8 or 9 minutes to showcase his stuff. But once again, this was a long time ago. A lot has happened since then. Dave is unquestionably one of the best talk show hosts ever. He's a respected man. He's a good guy. And Stephen Yan went on to have a very long career on his TV cooking show, broadcasting over 500 episodes. He eventually retired and then he moved back to Hong Kong and enjoys a quiet life, not in the spotlight. I just thought this guest appearance was probably one of the most interesting appearances that a lot of people probably don't know about or have never seen this before on Letterman. Just thought I would share it. Let me know what you think of this guest appearance. What did you think about it? Feel free to comment down below. And don't forget to give a like, share, and subscribe. And until next time.